Welcome to the Enjoy Hoover podcast, your guide for all things happening in our vibrant city. I'm your host, Melissa Carter, and each episode we bring you closer to the heart of Hoover, its events, businesses, and incredible people shaping our community. Today, we're thrilled to have Mitzi Eaker discussing business development with the Hoover Area Chamber of Commerce. From family-friendly events to local favorites, there is so much to explore. So grab a coffee, get comfortable, and let's celebrate all the reasons to love Hoover together. We're moving straight into fall, if you can believe it, around here, and there's plenty going on around Hoover. On September 20th at 8 a.m., the Head Over Teal 5K and 10K returns at the Preserve, 616 Preserve Parkway. Now in its 16th year, this road race is dedicated to raising awareness for gynecologic cancers and benefiting the Laurel Crandall Brown Foundation. Shuttle service available starting at 6:30 a.m. from Prince of Peace Catholic Church, and you can learn more at thinkoflaura.org. From September 25th through the 27th, Vintage Market Days presents Timeless Autumn at the Finley Center on Stadium Trace Parkway. Enjoy an upscale, vintage-inspired indoor and outdoor market featuring original art, antiques, clothing, jewelry, and home decor from a wide variety of vendors. Times are 3 to 7 p.m. on Thursday and 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Friday and Saturday. You can learn more at vintagemarketdays.com. One of Hoover's oldest annual events, the Bluff Park Art Show, is Saturday, October 4th. The annual gathering of more than 100 artists from around the Southeast and beyond takes place at the Community Park in Bluff Park at 517 Cloudland Drive from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Parking and shuttle service available at Shades Crest Baptist Church on Park Avenue. Learn more at bluffparkartassociation.org. Finally, don't miss Bluff Park's biggest community event, Bluff Park Bash, on Saturday, October 11th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Hare Farm at 613 Sanders Road. This event, now in its third year, has quickly grown into one of the community's most anticipated events. Enjoy live music, great food, local vendors, and yes, inflatable sports games. Bring the whole family and join in on a day packed with fun activities for everyone. Parking is available at Church on the Bluff and Shades Mountain Community Church with round-trip shuttle service to the event.
If you're looking for a great hospital for great care, UAB Medical West is brand new and state-of-the-art. And recently joining their staff, Dr. Jamal Fitz, on why he chose MedWest.
Moving forward to start my practice, which was a big point for me because I did want to come back to Birmingham, given that's where I'm from. This is where my family is. Wanted to get back to that and give back to my community.
And we're glad to have you, Dr. Fitz. What is your specialty at UAB Medical West?
So I am an orthopedic surgeon who specializes in spine surgery. And a lot of people don't recognize that, but ortho does spine as well as neurosurgery. For me, I handle degenerative type of pathology, lumbar stenosis, cervical stenosis, back pain, neck pain. You can come and see me, and usually I can find something that works for you, most times in a minimally invasive type of way.
Dr. Jamal Fitz, one of more than 300 physicians at the new UAB Medical West. Comprehensive care for the entire family and designed around nature to promote an environment of wellness and healing rather than illness. UAB Medical West, just off 459 at the McCullough exit.
Let's hear from our future interview of the week.
I am joined now by Mitzi Eaker, who is a co-publisher for Enjoy Hoover magazine, as well as someone who works for the Hoover Area Chamber of Commerce. We're going to talk about both of those things. But Mitzi, thanks so much for being part of the podcast.
Thank you so much, Melissa. I'm so excited to be here.
So let's talk a little bit about Enjoy Hoover, because I enjoy the fact that I work with you guys. And thank you so much for allowing me to do this podcast. But I mean, that every time I do a podcast for Enjoy Hoover, as well as read the magazine, it just, to me, is a plethora of information that I would probably not be able to grab from any other place in knowing what to do and where to go in town.
Well, I agree. And it is so fun to work for Enjoy Hoover. I'm a co-publisher with David Cohen and Matthew Allen, and we have enjoyed getting that publication off the ground. It really is a labor of love. Like, we don't do it because we make lots of money, or it's really just to share our love of Hoover. And I live in Inverness. Matthew lives in Bluff Park, David lives near the Met, and Kim Krebs, our editor, she lives in Ross Bridge. And so we cover all of Hoover, sharing all the wonderful and fun things there are for our guests and our residents to do. So it really is so much fun.
Well, Mitzi and I were talking off air about how I'm originally from Columbia, Tennessee, which is right up 65. And, one of the things growing up in a smaller town is that you do feel like you're part of the community. And I have, lived in the city for a long time. And it's not that the city life is bad, but what I like about Enjoy Hoover is even though you live in the city, you still have your own, carving of a community in Hoover. And so it sounds like that, a lot of people, I think, want to gravitate toward more of a community feel. And so Enjoy Hoover has the management that is a community and you're serving the community. So it's almost infectious, is my perception of it.
I like to think that we are infectious and everybody just, when they read the magazine, it just makes them feel like they're a part of the community and they can find something to do. If they don't feel like they're a part of the community, they certainly can find something to do to become a part of the community.
Right. Well, and it's invaluable to people who are just moving into Hoover because I know anytime I've moved, if there is a resource like Enjoy Hoover, I don't know. It helps with the transition so much. And I know, Mitzi, that on the podcast, we've highlighted a lot of individuals. We've talked to a lot of business owners on the podcast. And again, I mentioned that you're on the Chamber of Commerce or work for the Chamber of Commerce. And so, talk about how important that business community is in Hoover.
So I have started working as a contract worker for the Hoover Area Chamber of Commerce to help grow their membership and get membership engaged. And so that has been so much fun. I started in April. I've been a member since 2017. So I do a little marketing consulting with Mitzi Jane Media. So I joined in 2017 with Mitzi Jane Media, and the chamber just embraced me as a new business owner. And I really got my wings in some ways because I had peers that really supported me. And then I had businesses that would support me, hire me to do their marketing. And so it was a win-win for my business. And so when our new director, Nan Baldwin, she's been there over a year, when I met her and she asked me if I would come on board to help her grow the chamber, I was like, I would love to do that. And Nan comes from the Birmingham Business Alliance. So she's already very familiar with the area. She's very familiar with the corporations and small businesses in the Birmingham metro. And so she brings a wealth of knowledge and relationships to the chamber. And so when she asked me, I had been asked several times before in the past by different directors to work for them. But with Nan, I knew it was the right time and the right person that we could work together and do great things. And I'm really excited about 2026. And so that's what I'm talking to you guys about today is we have a membership drive. It's called Unlock Your Business Potential. And we're having a membership drive so that we make sure that everyone who wants to be a part of Hoover in 2026 and specifically listed in our print directory has the opportunity to do that. And if you join before September 30th, then you will definitely be listed in our print edition coming out January 2026. So we just thought that was so important to let our current business owners that may have lapsed and then our future business owners and leaders who want to be a part of the chamber that is a great opportunity. And membership, I'm just going to go ahead and be honest, membership starts at $275 a year. Now it goes up, that is your foot in the door basic, but any small business can afford that and reap the benefits of the Hoover Chamber.
I'm just curious. First, Mitzi Jane Media is your company. And is Mitzi Jane your name?
Yes.
Very Southern. I just love that.
Yes.
Anyway, I just love that. Mitzi Jane, you would have been my friend in school. But also, how many new businesses usually come into Hoover every year? Because it's really a small business, local business run town.
Yeah. So Mayor Frank Mercado has been quoted as saying 9 a week this past year, but we were having 2 to 3 ribbon cuttings sometimes over the summer during a whole week. And I'm like, I think there might be more than that. And those are just small businesses, mostly like retail or service. But we have 3 huge hubs in Hoover that bring in corporate headquarters. We have Regions, Blue Cross Blue Shield, McCloud Software, OHD Global. They do respiratory equipment all over the world. And so those 3 areas are called Meadowbrook, Inverness, River Chase. So we have tremendous opportunity to grow those areas. And even with those kind of industrial parks, well, not industrial parks, but business parks, in Hoover, we have 2 Regis offices. Those are like small business offices, incubators, and each one of those have over 100 members. So those are, say, 200 tiny businesses just starting out that we want to provide a pipeline and a roadmap for them to grow and stay in Hoover and fill those big offices. So we have got tremendous opportunity for businesses in the corporate arena, and then we've got huge opportunities for retailers. We have an aging infrastructure, so that is an opportunity for a lot of small businesses to be able to have retail space that they couldn't otherwise afford. Like the Galleria now, they have pop-up incubators type services. So if you're a small business and you want to try out retail, maybe you're a crafter and you're like, I could never have a space. They have special spaces that they rotate in and out that you can have, or not have, but purchase to use for a week, a month, or however long you would like to try that business. So we have tremendous opportunities in Hoover, and I would be happy to speak with any business owner who is in Hoover or looking to move to Hoover about some of the opportunities and connecting them with the right people in the city.
I mean, like a red carpet, because for a lot of people, they may be too intimidated to start a new business, or they think that, oh, I can't do that. That's for like the corporate types to start their own business. But I love how there's opportunities for people who just want to kind of put their toe out there. Like, oh, I do this on the side. I enjoy it. Let me see, how I can do this. And I love the slow growth potentially into having, their own store, depending on the popularity when they get that space. And so, like, enjoy Hoover, not only the directory where you can network with other businesses, but, you've already highlighted a little bit. But before I let you go, I want to know more about the Chamber of Commerce. And for those who are new, small businesses in Hoover, what is what other resources, how can they utilize the chamber more than maybe they're already doing?
I am glad you asked. We help sponsor about 20 different networking events every month. We have luncheons, we have lunch and learns. Our luncheons are typically networking, and everybody breaks bread together, and we listen to a special speaker. And then we have lunch and learns where we have a speaker take the whole hour to teach us about a particular subject, whether that be leadership, finance, whatever businesses need and business owners and leaders need to really understand growing their business. Then we have coffee and contacts, we have business after hours, and we have ribbon cuttings. And then we always have different special events that we're helping our business sponsor and supporting them throughout. So, a lot of people think we're networking, but we're so much more than networking. Like, you kind of heard my heart before. Like, I'm an advocate. Andy Tatum works with me. We're both representatives for the chamber. And when we're your representative, we are going to be advocates for you. And, if you need anything, we're going to, whether that's in the municipal area, we're going to work with you to find the person you need. If you need a business contact, we are going to advocate for you. So that's one of the big things. And also, just giving back. Like, we give opportunities for our members to give back and contribute back into the city of Hoover through connecting them with nonprofits that they can partner with, or giving opportunities to support the communities within Hoover. And we work really closely with the city of Hoover. We are not part of the city of Hoover, but I like to think of ourselves as, when businesses come to Hoover, they build their business, they go through the licensing process. We do not give license. You have to have a license to do business in Hoover. You have to go through the city licensing process for that. But once you get, like, say, a retail space built, like I'll give you an example, Tap In's just opened, and they are a great family place. It's a golf simulator. They have a small, like, bowling alley area for families, and then they have drinks and food. And so it's a great small family type area. And so they went through the process with the city to open their business, and then contacted us. And we, like, once they get through that process, and I feel like the chamber just gives them a big hug and welcomes them in and introduces them to the community with a ribbon cutting, and then working to help them get known throughout the community and get business and have a great start.
Oh my gosh, and not be lost in the process.
Yes.
Well, Mitzi, how can someone reach out to you if they are a business owner and they want to talk to you more about that? What's the best way to reach out to you?
Well, I'm going to give you my personal email address. Well, not personal, but my email address at the chamber. That's Mitzi, Mitzi, at hooverchamber.org. That is probably the best way to reach me directly. If you know you already want to join, then go to hooverchamber.org and you'll see membership, and there's an application there. You can go ahead and complete your application and make sure you mention me, that you want me to be your representative, and then I will be assigned to you as your representative, and you can just join there. You fill out the application, push submit, and they'll ask you if you want to pay by credit card or check, and then you just follow through with that. So again, the email is Mitzi at hooverchamber.org, or you can actually join at hooverchamber.org. And I would be happy to talk to you about the different levels and the benefits at each of those levels.
Well, Mitzi Eaker, thank you so much for being a co-publisher at Enjoy Hoover. I thank you for that, and everybody thanks you for having that resource. And thank you for everything you do for the chamber and for business owners, because, I think that because of you, that's why, the backbone of Hoover and that small business community is so strong. So thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Melissa, for having me on the show today.
We understand the frustration of trying to find the right answers in a sea of automated big bank options. That's why, for over 120 years, Union State Bank has helped thousands of individuals and businesses find the right financial solutions to achieve their goals. We're committed to building lasting and trustworthy partnerships, not meeting a monthly quota. Union State Bank, where every customer is a neighbor. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. MLO number is 421705.
2 art festivals will showcase their annual exhibitions in Hoover this fall, both of which have established themselves as events that create a buzz of excitement. The Bluff Park Art Show and Moss Rock Festival are preparing to demonstrate once again how even in the middle of college football season in the South, an art event can draw significant attention. Of course, it's our innate desire to marvel at things created, and an artist's opportunity to display his or her creation is paramount in their motivation to create more. Bluff Park hosts its art show for the 62nd year on Saturday, October 4th. The Bluff Park Art Association puts on the show every year, and it began as a way to raise money to expand the Bluff Park Elementary Library. It has since grown into a nationally recognized and acclaimed art show, drawing more than 4,000 visitors and more than 100 artists from across the country. The Bluff Park Art Show is open to the public at the park by Shades Cliff Pool. Come and go as you please throughout the day, stay as long as you like, or check out your favorite artist's work. The show aims to ignite all senses. See handcrafted jewelry, metalworks, paintings, and more. Bring the kids for interactive hands-on art activities. Hear live music from Alabama musicians James Quackenbush and Alice Bargeron. Smell the food trucks lining Savoy Street and taste the goodness after the temptation has just gone too far. A month later, November 1st and 2nd, the Moss Rock Festival will take over the Lower Hoover Met parking lot for its annual show. This one-of-a-kind outdoor fall weekend welcomes thousands of visitors annually. This art show is in its 20th season, focusing on eco-creativity alongside its favorite signature events, like the 14th annual Beer Garden, a craft beer tasting event where breweries and home brewers alike compete for that perfect brew. Enjoyment and appreciation of nature and the great outdoors are sticking points for the Moss Rock Festival, where exhibiting artists' works are inspired by nature, recycling, upcycling, and sustainability, or utilize natural materials like clay or wood. Visit the Smart Living Market and Wonder Kid Studios for health products and imagination-involving challenges, all while live music fills the air, dancers move on stage, and local food trucks divert attention. If that weren't enough, the Take Root Tree Legacy Project will be present, sharing tree-sustaining knowledge and giving away 10 native and well-established 3-foot-tall white oak saplings. Be sure to look for QR codes on banners around the venue. Check out both, but if it comes down to a choice, you can't make a bad one. Several new businesses are open in Hoover, and here are just a few that have opened recently. In Bluff Park, SDG Fitness and Health opened in Shades Mountain Plaza. Owner Abby Allen has taught group fitness classes at Shades Mountain Baptist for 2 years, and when those classes outgrew the space, she moved to sign a lease for her very own location. The faith-based gym offers membership for group fitness classes focused on strength, cardio, metabolic conditioning, stretch, and some hybrid days with yoga, Pilates, and mobility. Learn more at solideogloriafitness.com. Knox Square has opened the door for many new businesses just across from the Hoover Met. Ashley Mack's Kitchen's 5th storefront and 3rd in Hoover brings signature handcrafted Southern food and their famous strawberry cake to feed the moments that matter. Farm Bowl and Juice Company is a neighborhood wellness stop where all ingredients are thoughtfully selected and sourced from the Alabama Farmer Network, ensuring the freshest in-season offerings in every bowl, juice, and smoothie. Knox Grocery and Deli is where a convenience store meets a deli, with bold flavors and comforting classics served up daily in breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Experience a family-friendly entertainment lounge with state-of-the-art TrackMan virtual golf simulators at Tap In's Golf Lounge and Bar. The entertainment venue includes boutique-style duck pin bowling, shuffleboard, and other games for all ages, plus a full-service 360-degree bar with craft cocktails, beer, and wine, and delicious bar food and snacks. On the other side of town in Tattersall Park, Kung Fu Tea is now open and features high-quality ingredients, a family-friendly environment, made-to-order bubble tea, and more. Located at 6215 Tattersall Boulevard at the corner of Highway 280 and Highway 119. Thanks for listening to the Enjoy Hoover podcast. For even more information about Hoover and what's happening, we invite you to follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
This podcast is a production of BG Ad Group. All rights reserved.